Recently, I came across the kit for a running Triceratops on Bambu Lab's website. I've always been into dinosaurs, so I thought, cool, $30 seems reasonable, and oh look, the kit contains all non-printable parts.
All non-printable parts. All non-printable parts.
But more on that later. Anyway, I printed out all my parts, checking out the cool gears, imagining how they were all going to fit together. I began the process for gilding my Triceratops by spreading out the gilding glue on my pieces, because I was going to get fancy with it, don't you know? I began the process of meticulously documenting the steps for assembling the kit and what parts went where, to have an okay time sharing my process. By the time I was finally ready to turn on the power and witness the poetry in motion that was my little running Triceratops, well, it didn't work. Okay, fine. I thought, I have to expect things like this. I was actually looking forward to finding the reason for my model not working.
Isn't it just like figuring out the little intricate mechanics of different systems?
I don't have a lot of footage of me stopping and starting and trying to rebuild the kit over and over, so here's a clip of a dancing monkey while I'll explain that an entire Saturday was spent taking apart and rebuilding the motor and all its gears, only to reattach the Triceratops and find time after time after time it didn't work, it didn't work, and it didn't work. I know it should work. I see it. It's working. It's right there. I know there's an answer for why it isn't working. So a little clickety-clacky on the internet, and I started to find where other people were having the same problem getting the kit up and running, especially after attaching the Dinosaur. Other issues people seem to be having dealt with the motor, specifically complaints about it being too weak. That's when I found the most helpful comment out of all of them. It stated that a power distribution board as well as a USB speed controller needed to be purchased in order for the kit to work properly. That's not right. I mean, there was a little snippet regarding the option of purchasing the USB speed controller. So, with another clickety-clack through Bambu Lab's website, I found the power distribution board along with the information that it is actually needed in order to complete the build and have it work properly. And let me show you guys something else.
I know you're gonna dig this.
The pic on the right is from the kit page describing exactly what you'll get to complete the kit. The pic on the left is what you see when you go to Maker World to download the print files and to see the instructions for how to assemble the build.
Oh, come on!
Bambu Lab, why? Why would you get my hopes up and dash them with such unkind regard? Do you take a sick pleasure in knowing that many a gear and ill-fated Triceratops, its life so filled with early promise, has ended up in its own plastic boneyard of waste? Et tu, Bambu Lab. Et tu. Whatever, so I ordered the power distribution board as well as the USB speed controller, made some coffee, turned on Saturday morning cartoons, and got to work. I broke down the kit once more, adding back only the parts that corresponded to the power distribution board. I also put together the USB speed controller that for some reason came unassembled. I found the video that was put up by Amao Chan, the designer of the build, and followed it step by step. When I say step by step, I mean
Step by step.
if he put a certain gear on first, so did I. If he turned on the base to check that the motor was running, so did I. Finally, the time came for me to add the Triceratops to the base and make this pony run. I was about to put on the front left leg, and that's when I saw it. My knee joint was facing forward and his knee joint was facing backward. I found out through so much trial and error that this is how exact this kit has to be, or it simply won't operate properly, if it even turns on at all. After a couple deep breaths, I did it. The 1 hour build that took up 2 weeks of my life had finally been completed. My table was messy. I had been up before the sun to begin working on this, but it was done. Would I ever purchase this kit again? Absolutely Yes, it was a challenge. It was frustrating. It was fun, and now it's finished. What more could you ask for? Anyway, I hope this video helped anyone that was struggling with this kit or simply considering purchasing this kit. Special thanks to Amao Chan for posting the step-by-step build for this kit. The link for his video is in the description box below. Have fun, get frustrated, get stomped, and keep looking for the answer. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye!
The winner takes all. It's the thrill of one more kill, the last one to fall. Will never sacrifice their will. Don't ever look back on the world closing in. Be only